Let's talk about lies and propaganda. Hi, I'm Professor Einstein, and it's time for Marketing Straight Talk. You're probably hearing a lot right now about Fox and Dominion. Legal documents show that Fox anchors knew that the 2020 election was not stolen. From Tucker Carlson to Laura Ingraham to Rupert Murdoch, Fox folks knew it was all BS and said so. Even Sean Hannity said, "I did not believe it for a second." So how does a news organization get away with flat-out lies and political propaganda? In the case of Fox, it has to do with the fact that it's a cable network and not a broadcast network. The FCC does have regulations against false information, but that only applies to broadcast networks like ABC, CBS, or even Fox Broadcasting, but it does not apply to cable networks. Fox has also previously argued in court that its primetime programming, particularly Tucker Carlson Tonight, is not news. I love the part in this ruling where the judge basically says that any reasonable viewer would watch this content with skepticism. But that's the problem. We view advertising with skepticism because we assume that there's bias behind it. We don't necessarily approach news content in the same way. So how do you protect yourself against people who have a misleading or even a dangerous agenda? When it comes to Fox News, I recommend watching this documentary called Divide and Conquer: The Story of Roger Ailes. He's the man behind the creation of the Fox News Network. I know the artwork on this looks really awful, but the documentary, The Brainwashing of My Dad, is actually really good, and I particularly recommend it to anyone who has a friend or family member who's fallen down the Republican rabbit hole. Finally, I recommend The Merchants of Doubt. This is both a book and a documentary, and if you want to understand how PR is used to perpetuate myths around things like tobacco and global warming, this is your go-to content. So what's telling about the Dominion documents is that Tucker and Laura and Sean and Rupert and Suzanne Scott, who's the CEO of Fox News, knew in November of 2020 that it was all a lie, and they didn't give a damn. They didn't give a damn about you, and they didn't give a damn about democracy.